policy that allows students to bring their own devices and access the internet on their phones or to use them throughout the school day. Specific to what's going on in the classroom, we ask those students not to use their smartphones without permission from the teacher in the classroom, but during the school day, in the hallway, in the cafeteria, in the library, those things are allowed.
I think it's somewhat mandatory to use cell phones during class, depending on what the assignment is.
Okay, my class is set up a little different. It's not a typical class where there's instruction taking place. I have a classroom where students come down and take tests. I think technology is important. We don't use it in my classroom other than computers. If a student needs to print notes off Moodle, or if they need to access their grades on Skyward for my specific classroom, but I think technology is definitely important in the classroom.
Anything else in that students have to be able to manage it well, control it well, and use it appropriately. We've got some things set in place where if they're not using it the way they're supposed to, there's a set of consequences. Maybe if a teacher takes it up and brings it to the office, they can get a warning, and if it happens again, there could be some consequences that go with that.
I have a couple friends that I think go on their phones way too much during class and actually get their phones taken away.
So it's a requirement that after they sign in, they have to hang their phone up. And I have a little shoe holder that sits at the front of the room where they put their phones. And this is just to make sure that tests aren't being cheated on and that the confidentiality of the assessments are being held. There was an instance last year where a student had a phone in their pocket for a test, and they took a picture of it, and so they were able to send that picture to their friends, and so their friends got to see what was on the test, so they were able to cheat that way. So that's just one example of why I make them hang their phone up every single day before they take their test.
In general, I'm okay with it. I'm in favor of us using whatever is at our abilities to advance educationally. And if that means having kids use a smartphone to take a survey during the day or to be able to answer questions in class or to find a website and do research, then I think that's great.
Educational purposes, maybe like 4 or 5 times using like a calculator or stuff like that.